Welcome back everyone. My name is Wessel and today I'm doing a review of my trip through Jersey. Now the chronological order of the episodes can be seen here on the map next to me. I started in St. Helier and then I walked land inward to St. Lawrence, back to the coast to St. Brelade and Laporte, and then to the north to St. John, Trinity, St. Martin and back south to St. Helier. Now, as always, I will rank the episodes based on how much I enjoyed them. In 7th place, there is the hike from St. Helier to St. Lawrence, which was also the first episode that I filmed. And even though I had a few pretty nice views, the majority of the inland area of Jersey was not that beautiful. In 6th place was the episode from St. John to Trinity. And during this episode I first went a little bit land inward again, and then I went back to the coast where I visited the highest point on the Channel Islands. Even though the cliffs were very nice to see, the more inland area of Jersey is not that attractive. And from the highest point on the Channel Islands, Les Platons, you don't have much of a view towards the interior of the island, so there were definitely better hikes along this trip. In 5th place was the episode from Trinity to St. Martin, and even though the cliffs are pretty nice, they were more of what I already saw on the days before, so that made it a little bit less enjoyable. But the zoo in Jersey is very nice to visit. It was really a worthy addition to the trip. In 4th place is St. Martin to St. Helier. And even though the weather wasn't optimal, it was quite an enjoyable hike because the east side of Jersey was a lot prettier than I had expected. Also, Mont Orgueil was quite a beautiful castle to see, and the rainy and foggy weather just gave it a little bit more of an eerie atmosphere, and I really liked that. In 3rd place is the episode from St. Lawrence to St. Brelade. And the Jersey war tunnels were a very interesting museum to visit. And even though the interior of the island is not that beautiful, the cliffs and the beaches around Jersey are quite beautiful. So I really enjoyed this hike. In 2nd place was the hike from St. Brelade to Laporte. And even though the cliffs were very similar to those along the previous hike, there was more variation, especially with Les Blanches Bancs, a dune area along the west coast. And from Le Corbière Lighthouse, you also had an amazing view over the entirety of Jersey's west coast, and you can even see as far as Guernsey from there. In 1st place was the hike from Laporte to St. John, from the west coast to the northwestern corner and along the north coast. Now the cliffs here were very beautiful, and there were a lot of height differences along the paths there, so especially since it was quite a long hike, it was also a little bit tiring. If you look towards the northwest, Guernsey was just always present, so you always had this island in the distance that you could see, and especially the Devil's Hole was quite an impressive sight, because it's a pretty large crater surrounded by cliffs. So I definitely enjoyed the trip to Jersey. There are a few things that I missed, however, one of which is Ugby, which is, according to the tourist manual of the island, one of the oldest man-made structures in the world. So I'm quite sad that I didn't get to see that. Anyway, the next videos will be about the bailiwick of Guernsey, which I already mentioned a few times during this series. And yeah, I found that island also very enjoyable. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I also inspired you to travel to Jersey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you all next time.